Good morning. It's Saturday. It's story time day. Welcome to the low budget CBeebies from the Isolation Fun Bunker. I'm not calling it that again. Don't know why I said it. Shall we sing? Do you know what we'll do? We'll do the story time shake, and then we'll sing the Saturday story time day song, which is the song I sing at the library every Saturday. In fact, let's start with that. It's Saturday, 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 story time day in isolation. Saturday, 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 story time day. Hooray! Good, that was good. That was a warm up. Now, give yourself a shake. That's what I was going to do. Sorry, I should check this before, shouldn't I? Perfection. Let's do the story time shake. Get your shaking shoulders ready. Get your shaking legs ready. Get your shaking arms ready. Story time, shake, shake. Story time, shake, shake. Shake a, shake a, shake a, shake a. Story time, shake, shake. Story time. Story time. Shake a, shake a, shake a, shake a. Story time. Excellent shaking. Excellent shaking. Now, do you remember what we've been going through? We've been going through the Dirty Beasts poems by Roald Dahl, haven't we? We've heard all about a pig, an anteater, a porcupine, a scorpion called Stingerling, Crocky Wok the crocodile. Now, we've got one last lovely poem left. And that ends our poetry section at story time. Our story time poems. Poems fun. Poems can be so much fun. So, we've got our last poem this morning, and this afternoon we're going to be doing we're going to go back to our picture books and our story books. But for now, we have a lovely, lovely, long, rhyming, funny poem here. But before we read it, what do we need to put on? Our listening ears. These are mine. No, these aren't my listening ears. These is my regular ears. But if you hold out your hands like this, and if you give your fingers a wiggle, these are our listening ears. 3 out of 4. 3/4 of an Addison, Jana, or 3 out of 4. What are you saying? There's only 3/4 of you there today. Give your fingers a wiggle. Listening ears. Listening ears. You ready? Clamp them on the side of your head. Screw them on. Open them up. Now we can hear everything. We can hear the sound of all those dirty beasts all over the world being dirty beasts. Dirty. Dirty beasts. 3 out of 4. Gotcha. Now, this poem, it's all about 2 characters. One's a toad and one's a snail. And this poem is called The Toad and the Snail. Alright? It's not a clever title, but let's give it a chance. And it's not just any toad, because here he is. Look at this fella. Look at him there. Do you think he's massive, or is that boy really little? I think he might be massive. So there he is. I'm going to read this like Sir Patrick Stewart does his Shakespearean sonnets. Okay? I'm going to read it. When there's a picture, I'm going to show you the picture. But because there's not that many pictures, I'm not going to hold the book up like that, because it's very difficult doing that. I don't know if you know how difficult this is. It's very difficult, children, reading a story out loud. So here is the story of the toad and the snail. I really am most awfully fond of playing in the lily pond. I take off my shoes and socks and coat and paddle with my little boat. There he is, look. Now, yesterday, quite suddenly, a giant toad came up to me. The toad was easily as big as any fair-sized fattish pig. He smiled and said, "How do you do?" "Hello, good morning, how are you?" What would you think if that happened to you? His face somehow reminded me of Mummy's sister, Emily. The toad said, "Don't you think I'm fine? Admire these lovely legs of mine. And I am sure you've never seen a toad so gloriously green." I said, "So far as I can see, you look just like Aunt Emily." He said, "I'll bet Aunt Emily can't jump one half as high as me." "Hop on my back, young friend," he cried. "I'll take you for a marvellous ride." As I got on, I thought, oh blimey, oh dearie me, how wet and slimy. "Sit further back," he said. "That's right. I'm going to jump, so hold on tight." He jumped. Oh, how he jumped, by gum. I thought my final hour had come. My wretched eardrums popped and fizzed. My eyeballs watered up. We whizzed. I clung on tight. I shouted, "How much further are we going now?" Toad said, his face all wreathed in smiles, "With every jump, it's 50 miles. Quite literally, we jumped all over, from Scotland to the cliffs of Dover. That was a big jump. There's another one. And another one. That's 150 miles right there. Look at the lovely scenery. They jumped all over. Above the cliffs, we stopped for tea. And Toad said, gazing at the sea, "What do you say we take a chance and jump from England into France?" I said, "Oh dear, do you think we ought to? I'd hate to finish in the water. But toads, you'll find, don't give a wink for what we little children think." He didn't bother to reply. He jumped. Oh, you should have seen us fly. We simply soared across the sea, the marvellous Mr. Toad and me. There they go, across the sea. What an adventure. And down we came, and down, and down, and landed in a funny town. We landed hard. In fact, we bounced. "We're there. It's France," the Toad announced. He said, "You must admit it's grand to jump into a foreign land. No boats, no bicycles, no trains, no cars, no noisy aeroplanes." Just then, we heard a fearful shout. "Oh, heavens above!" the Toad cried out. I turned and saw a frightening sight on every side, from left to right. People were running down the road, running at me and Mr. Toad, and every person, man and wife, was brandishing a carving knife. It didn't take me very long to figure there was something wrong, and yet, how could a small boy know? For nobody had told me so, that Frenchmen aren't like you or me. They do things very differently. They won't say yards, they call them meters. And they're the most peculiar eaters. A Frenchman frequently regales himself with half a dozen snails. The greedy ones will gulp a score of these foul brutes and ask for more. You see, there's all the Frenchmen there with brandishing the carving knife. Eats the toad. And look, here's one eating snails. In many of the best hotels, the people also eat the shells. Imagine that. My stomach turns. One might as well eat slugs or worms. But wait, listen on a little bit. You haven't heard the half of it. These French go even more agog if someone offers them a frog. You better fetch a basin quick in case you're going to be sick. The bits of frog they like to eat are thighs and calves and toes and feet. The French will gobble loads and loads of legs they chop off frogs and toads. They think it's absolutely ripping to guzzle frog legs fried in dripping. That's why the whole town and their wives were rushing us with carving knives. They screamed in French, "Well, I'll be blowed! What legs there are upon that toad! Oh, chop them, skin them, cook them, fry them. All of us are going to try them." "Toad," I cried, "I'm not a funk, but ought we not to do a bunk? These rascals haven't come to greet you. All they want to do is eat you." Oh no, poor Toady Toad. Toad turned his head and looked at me and said, as cool can be, "Calm down and listen carefully, please. I have often come to France to tease these crazy French who long to eat my lovely, tender, froggy meat. I am a magic toad," he cried, "and I don't ever have to hide. Stay where you are, don't move," he said, and he pressed a button on his head. At once there came a blinding flash, and then the most almighty crash, and sparks were bursting all around, and smoke was rising from the ground. When all the smoke had cleared away, the Frenchmen with their knives cried, "Hey, where is the toad? Where has he gone?" You see, I now was sitting on a wonderfully enormous snail. His shell was smooth and brown and pale, and I was so high off the ground I could see for miles around. The snail said, "Hello, greetings, hail. I was a toad, now I'm a snail. I had to change the way I looked to save myself from being cooked." "Oh, snail," I said, "I'm not so sure. I think they're starting up once more." The French were shouting, "What a snail! Oh, what a monster! What a whale! He makes the toad look ditchy small. There's lovely snail meat for us all. We'll bake the creature in his shell and ring aloud the dinner bell. Get garlic, parsley, butter, spices. We'll cut him into 50 slices. Come sharpen up your carving knives. This is the banquet of our lives. Oh, mon ami." I murmured through my quivering lips, "Oh, snail, I think we've had our chips." The snail replied, "I disagree. Those greedy French, they'll not eat me." But on they came. They screamed, "Yahoo! Surround the brute! Run him through!" Good gracious, I could almost feel the pointed blades, the shining steel, but Snail was cool as cool could be. He turned his head and winked at me and murmured, "Au revoir, farewell," and pulled a lever on his shell. I looked around. The snail had gone. And now who was I sitting on? Oh, what relief, what joy, because at last I'd found a friend. It was the gorgeous, glamorous, absurd, enchanting, roly-poly bird. He turned and whispered in my ear, "Well, fancy seeing you, my dear." Then up he went in glorious flight. I clutched his neck and hung on tight. There he is. Oh, the roly-poly bird. Look how beautiful, beautiful. We fairly raced across the sky, the roly-poly bird and I, and landed safely just beyond the fringes of the lily pond. When I got home, I never told a solitary single soul what I had done or where I'd been or any of the things I'd seen. I did not even say I rode upon a giant jumping toad, 'cause if I had, I knew what they that they would not believe me anyway. But you and I know well it's true. We know I jumped, we know I flew. We're sure it all took place, although not one of us will ever know. We'll never, never understand why children go to Wonderland. That was an amazing poem, wasn't it? Oh, it was lots of fun to read. I mean, I wonder if I should apologise to any French viewers, but I didn't write it, I just read it. I'm so glad we got away though, didn't we? We all escaped. So maybe if a giant toad comes up to you in your garden and says, do you want to ride? Don't jump on the toad's back. Just go inside, say, no thank you, not today. Go and do something else. Probably safer that way, isn't it? Public information film at this time. Now, we've just read a wonderful story poem about the toad. And I think Abigail would like to sing about some speckled frogs. We need to say frogs because it rhymes with logs. Are we ready? Okay, let's jazz it up a bit. 5 little speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious grubs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were 4 green speckled frogs. Blip, blip. 4 little speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious grubs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were 3 green speckled frogs. Blip, blip. 3 little speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious grubs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were 2 green speckled frogs. Yum, yum. 2 little speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious grubs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there was 1 green speckled frog. Here we go. 1 little speckled frog sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious grubs. Yum, yum. He jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were no green speckled frogs. Very good. Where did all the frogs go? There were frogs everywhere. There were 5. 5. Now there's none. I don't know. I can't keep track of all these animals. 5 cheeky monkeys, 5 speckled frogs, 5 little ducks, 10 green bottles. Now it's Saturday. The sun is shining. So if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Good. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stamp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stamp your feet. Good. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, stamp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, nod your head. If you're happy and you know it, nod your head. Good. If you're happy and you know it, you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, nod your head. Nod, nod. If you're happy and you know it, touch your nose. If you're happy and you know it, touch your nose. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, touch your nose. If you're happy and you know it, jump up and down. If you're happy and you know it, jump up and down. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, jump up and down. Now listen, if you're happy and you know it, do a 5, clap your hands, stamp your feet, nod your head, touch your nose, jump up and down. If you're happy and you know it, do a 5, clap your hands, stamp your feet, nod your head, touch your nose, jump up and down. good. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, do a vibe, clap your hands, snap your feet, nod your head, touch your nose, jump up and down, sit down. Very good. I even dropped my plectrum, it was that good. Seeing as we just sat down, how about let's be dingle dangle scarecrows. And we get to jump up then, and we get to dingle dangle around. Are we ready? Everybody fast asleep? When all the cows are sleeping and the sun has gone to bed, jumped the scarecrow, and this is what he said. Dingle dangle scarecrow with the flippy floppy hat. I can shake my hands like this, I can shake my feet like that. Shake, 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 shake feet, shake, 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 shake feet, shake, 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 shake. Back to sleep. When all the hens were roosting, the moon's behind a cloud. Jumped a scarecrow and shouted very loud. I'm a dangle scarecrow with a flippy floppy hat. I can shake my hands like this, I can shake my feet like that. Shake, 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 shake feet, shake, 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 shake. Good shaking. Stop. Shake, 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 stop. Shake, shake, stop. Ah, gotcha. Good shaking though. Seeing as we're so good at shaking, let's see if we can wobble. Very different thing. It's not the same as a shake. A wobble. Are we ready? Jelly on a plate, jelly on a plate. Wibble wobble, wibble wobble. Jelly on a plate, jelly on a plate, jelly on a plate. Wibble wobble, wibble wobble. Jelly on a plate. Good wobbling. Jelly on a plate, jelly on a plate. Wibble wobble, wibble wobble. Jelly on a plate. Faster. Jelly on a plate, jelly on a plate. Wibble wobble, wibble wobble. Jelly on a plate. Faster. Jelly on a plate, jelly on a plate. Wibble wobble, wibble wobble. Jelly on a plate. Faster. Jelly on a plate, jelly on a plate. Wibble wobble, wibble wobble, wibble wobble, wibble wobble, wibble wobble, wibble wobble. Jelly on a stop. Now, slow motion jellies wobbling out in space. Oh, jelly on a plate, jelly on a plate. Wibble wobble, wibble wobble. Jellies out in space. Oh, jellies out in space. Jellies out in space. Wibble wobble, wibble wobble. Jellies out in space. Faster. Jellies out in space. Jellies out in space. Wibble wobble, wibble wobble. Jellies coming back to earth now. Jellies on a plate. Jellies on a plate. Wibble wobble, wibble wobble. Jellies on a plate. Jellies on a plate. Jellies on a plate. Wibble wobble, wibble wobble. Wibble wobble, wibble wobble, wibble wobble. Jellies on a plate. Good wobbling. Very, very good wobbling. I tell you what. That was such good wobbling. Why don't we have a sleep? And we'll be sleeping bunnies. Because all that wobbling, it takes it out of you, doesn't it? I should Coco. Now, are we all sleeping comfortably? See the little bunny sleeping till it's nearly noon. Shall we wake them with a merry tune? Oh, so still are they ill? Wake up soon, they're hop, 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 good hop, little bunnies, hop, 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 little bunnies, hop, 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 little bunnies, hop, 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 little bunnies, hop, and keep hopping, hop, 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 stop, back to sleep. Roaring lions now. See the little lion sleeping till it's nearly noon. Shout him, wake them with a merry tune. Oh, so still, are they ill? Wake up soon, very soon. Wakey, wakey, roar little lions, roar, 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 roar little lions, roar, and stop. What a lot of noise that was for a Saturday morning. For crying out loud. Bunnies jumping, lions roaring. What I think we need to do is, I think we need to have a bus journey, calm us right down. Everyone on the bus, come on. Come on, don't touch anything on the bus, just get on the bus. Let's see what we've got on the bus today. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round all the day along. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go all the day along. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 a beep, 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 a beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 all the day long. The babies on the bus go wee, 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 wee. The babies on the bus go wee, 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 all day long. Crocodiles on the bus go snap, 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 snap. The crocodiles on the bus go snap, 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 all a day along. The giant toads on the bus go hop, 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 whip, hop, hop, hop. The giant toads on the bus go hop, 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 all day along. The kangaroos on the bus go bounce, 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 a bounce, 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 a bounce, bounce, bounce. The kangaroos on the bus go bounce, 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 all day along. The slithery snakes on the bus go hiss, hiss, hiss. Slithery snakes on the bus go hiss all day long. The mermaids on the bus go splish, splash, splosh, a splish, splash, splosh, splish, splash, splosh. The mermaids on the bus go splish, splash, splosh, all a day long. The unicorns on the bus go sparkle, 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 oh sparkly, sparkly, sparkle. The unicorns on the bus, well they sparkle, 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 all the day long. The chickens on the bus go bark, 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 bark. The chickens on the bus go bark, 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 all a day along. But the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round all day good. There was a lot of stuff on that. There was too many things on that bus. It was too big a bus. It must have been a double-decker. How did that mermaid get on the bus? Oh, with her Oyster card, of course. So, we've had a request. Now that the other Addison has deigned to join us, we've been. If you could all watch from individual devices, that'd be four. You know what I mean? Doesn't help the viewing figures, does it? We're dropping like flies every week. Doesn't matter. That's not what it's for, is it? I'm not going to get my own show out of this. I just want to do my best for the children. And we've had a request. Why don't we do some City Down songs? Because Abigail wants to sing Wind the Bobbin Up. Because she's been winding Mummy up all week. So we may as well wind the bobbin up. Am I right, Mama? I'm right. I know I'm right. No need. Everyone get your bobbins ready. We're going to have pointing fingers and our clapping hands. And everybody remember where your knees are because we need to touch our knees. Wind the bobbin up. Wind the bobbin up. A pull. Clap, clap, clap. Wind it back again. Wind it back again. A pull, clap, clap, clap. Point to the ceiling, point to the floor, point to the window and point to the door. Clap your hands together, 1, 2, 3. Put your hands up on your knee. Very good bobbing winding. Let's do a nice quiet medley now. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Poor Humpty. Let's sing that one again. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses, all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Poor Humpty. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Twinkle, twinkle, chocolate bar, my dad drives a rusty car. Pull the engine, pull the choke, off we go in a cloud of smoke. Twinkle, twinkle, chocolate bar, my dad drives a rusty car. Very good. Good driving. Now let's give our dollies a cuddle. We're going to call for the doctor. Miss Polly had a dolly who was sick, sick, sick. So she phoned for the doctor to be quick, quick, quick. The doctor came with his bag and his hat. He knocked on the door with a rat-a-tat-tat. He looked at Miss Polly and he shook his head. And he said, Miss Polly, put her straight to bed. He wrote on his pad for a pill, pill, pill. I'll be back in the morning. Yes, I will, will. let's do the Bing Bong song. We can have a Bing Bong bounce around to this one. We're playing a tune and we're singing a song with a bing and a bong and a bing. Bong, bing, boo. Bing, bong, bing. Bing, bong, bingly, bongly, boo. Bong, bing, boo. A bing, bong, bing. A bing, bong, bingly, bongly, boo. Good. And again. Bong, bing, boo. Bing, bong, bing. Bing, bong, bingly, bongly, boo. Bong, bing, boo. A bing, bong, bing. A bing, bong, bingly, bongly, boo. Hey, it's a classic. It's a Stone Cold belter. Now, how many times have I told you cheeky monkeys to stop jumping on my bed? It's good to know. Tom, don't feel bad, you'll never quite be as handsome as me. What do you mean at the moment? This is how my beard always is. Is it? Maybe it's not. I don't know. I've lost all concept of looks. All ego is gone. Are we ready? Find a bed, a pretend bed. We're gonna jump. And if you fall, we're gonna have to call the doctor. Stop jumping on the bed. Five cheeky monkeys jumping on a bed. One fell off and I bumped his head. Mummy phoned the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. Four cheeky monkeys jumping on a bed. One fell off and I bumped her head. Ow! Mummy phoned the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. Three cheeky monkeys jumping on a bed. One fell off and I bumped his head. Mummy phoned the doctor. The doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. Two cheeky monkeys jumping on a bed. One fell off and I bumped her head. Mummy phoned the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. One cheeky monkey jumping on a bed. He fell off and I bumped his head. Mummy phoned the doctor and the doctor said, put these monkeys back into the bed. Back to bed. Back to bed. Get 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 to bed. I wonder if that's the same doctor that came to see Miss Polly just a minute ago. He's been out 6 times this story time. 6 times he's been out. Poor man. Right. I think it's time for the hokey cokey. We've gone on and on and on here, haven't we? I've really enjoyed this. I always enjoy it though. So thank you for watching. You can put notifications on these live videos. You can get notified when I go live again if you want to. Do it anyway. Then you can be notified. You just put it on. You don't have to listen to it, but just, let's gather some momentum, get some momentum, share this with anyone, any friends you've got that I'm not friends with. They can add me, I can add them, and we can build this. And when we all come out the other side, I'll have my own show. How about it? All pretense has gone aside now. This is purely for selfish reasons. I want my own TV show. Let's get it done, people. Come on. Let's have a hokey cokey. Calm ourselves down. Are we ready? Favorite arm, favorite leg, whole self, knees bent, arms stretched, rah rah rah, rah rah rah, rah rah rah. arm in, your favorite arm out. In, out, you shake your arm about. You do the hokey cokey and you turn around. Cause that's what it's all about. Are we ready now? Whoa, hokey cokey. Whoa, hokey cokey. Whoa, hokey cokey. Knees bend, arms stretch. Rah, rah, rah. You put your favorite leg in, favorite leg out. In, out, you shake your leg about. Hey Grant, do the hokey cokey, Grant, turn around. And that's what it's all about. Are we ready now? Whoa, hokey cokey. Whoa, hokey cokey now. Whoa, hokey cokey. Knees bend, arms stretched. Rah, rah, rah. There you go. Just in time indeed. Now, that was a heck of a hokey cokey. So thank you so much. We're going to sing the goodbye song now. But do put on notifications for when we go live again. We'll be back at 2 o'clock. The YouTube channel is up and running. There's a link in there to a Patreon site that I will be uploading special content to. I'm going to be putting original songs on there and original stories on there. And just for the small price of £1,000 to £2,000 a month, you can get a half-baked song I wrote in 20 seconds. I can't say much fairer than that, can I? Of course, I'm being silly. But thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. And just, thank you for being there. I don't need the support. I don't want support. It's just for you. This is for you people. Anyone who might want this that doesn't know about it yet, there's 20 odd videos, nearly 30 videos on YouTube now. These go on the Facebook wall, my Facebook page. So watch them there and just do spread the word to anyone you know who might need this little break in the day. I'll be back at 2 o'clock. Until then, let's get our goodbye hands ready. There's my goodbye hand right there, look. I hate saying goodbye, but we'll be back at 2 o'clock, okay? Goodbye, everyone, it's time to go. Goodbye, everyone, it's time to go. Baby, goodbye, everyone, it's time to go. We'll see you again next time. 2 o'clock. All right, people, thank you so much. Look after yourselves, do what your grown-ups tell you, and see you at 2. Bye-bye.